it's crazy to think that people nowadays have a lot more nostalgia for Victorious than iCarly. I mean, I get it. Victorious had Ariana Grande, they had a whole set list of all types of music. I mean, Freak the Freak Out was always my jam. But you know, Victorious was a really good show back then. I mean, it was mediocre at best, but it was iCarly that really set Nickelodeon apart from any other shows at the time, even dominating the charts of even Disney shows. The show is about a teenage girl named Carly who has her own web show called iCarly. She has her two best friends being able to help her host the show. Sam, who she does wacky situations and things, and Freddie, who is behind the camera, who films it all. She lives with her artistic brother Spencer, and they all live in Seattle. Carly, in a sense, was a live streamer. And I think that it's pretty wild to say considering how big live streaming is, but back then it was kind of unheard of, especially in 2007. But it worked for the network and they were able to blow up on Nickelodeon, and I remember just being able to see different guest stars on iCarly such as Michelle Obama, One Direction, and so many more, and it's just one of those shows that you just remember and just like, dang, it was weird. It was a very weird show, and you know, it kind of does remind me of YouTube a bit, where it's like, you know, people do wacky situations in order to get popular and whatnot. So yeah. And you know, one of the things I really think that is also weird is the food on iCarly. See, the show was created by Dan Schneider, and yes, this is the same Dan Schneider who has been in a lot of controversy. And in his universe, there's a lot of things that are very much weird. There's a lot of food when it comes to the world of iCarly. Now it can be how Spencer sculpts foods in his own artistic way, or it could be Sam munching on a chicken leg or something. Yeah, there's just a lot of food that comes up when it comes to iCarly, and I want to be able to rate and be able to talk about a few of them. Now I'm going to be naming this rankings based on the things that are referenced in the show. So on the bottom tier is Neville. Now if you don't know who Neville is, he is a very menacing character who was a big fan of Carly and who was very stalkerish towards her, and he reappears in the show and he's just very, very, very creepy. So Neville is basically bottom tier. We're not gonna eat any of this food at all. No, this is not what we're gonna eat. Then we got random dancing. Now random dancing is fun. Random dancing is something that Carly and Sam do where they have this remote and lights appear when they press on this button and they just do some of the randomest things. And I'm not to say that random dancing is bad because it's fun on the show, but if things just look a little bit too random, like how random the show is, it's gonna be mostly on the lower tier list. Okay, and then we have in 5, 4, 3, 2. And now I named it like this is because some foods may hit in a certain category, but it will never get to 1. Like there's this little high that gets there, but then it just goes lower down. Just like, yeah, I'm not really feeling it. So that is that. And then we have the shiz. Now if you don't know what the shiz is, it's something that they use in terms of a replacement for cursing. And so people would use it in the world of iCarly and even Victorious too. So yes, the shiz means it's a really good thing. And then we have Gibby. And if you guys don't know who Gibby is, let me tell you, he is one of the best characters on iCarly. Literally, he just takes off his shirt and just acts like Gibby. There's no explanation, like that's just it. Okay, so let's go with the list. Now, the first thing we have is Sam's butter sock. Now, Sam uses her butter sock with a stick of butter and then she puts it in a sock and she uses it as a weapon. And there's this funny clip that One Direction reacts to the butter sock. It's so funny, I'll just leave it in here.
You think I should work him over with a butter sock? You know, I really, really don't.
Did she say butter sock? Is that a sock? Full of butter?
So, the thing is that would I mind eating butter? No. Do I want to eat it in a sock? No, I don't. So we're gonna put this at Neville. Okay, next we have spaghetti tacos. Now, let me tell you, this is such an iconic meal. You want spaghetti, but you also want tacos. What do? Yeah, make spaghetti tacos. I actually make my own spaghetti tacos that I'll eat at the end of the video because it's a little bit messy right now. But yes, this meal is going on the top of the list. It is going in Gibby. Next we have fat cakes, and this is something where it's literally, from what I can remember, Sam's literal it's Sam's whole world. And I just want to say that fat cakes, if you really want to know what it is, think of like a Little Debbie's snowballs cakes, like those type of things. Chocolate base, cream filling, marshmallows, coconut shavings, all that. Now, this is definitely something that I thought it looked good. I mean, if Sam wanted it, and I was a big Sam fan, I love Sam so much, then I wanted it. So I'm gonna put this at the shiz. Next is Galini's coconut cream pie. Now, this was such an iconic episode because I remember that this was a restaurant that the characters really liked, and they were just like, they were in awe of this. And every time they ate it, I was just like, dang, I want that. I want Galini's. And unfortunately, the restaurant was closing down because I believe the owner passed away or whatnot, and they wanted to get the recipe, but they couldn't. And so Spencer had to kind of coerce and try to get the recipe from, I believe, Galini's daughter or granddaughter. And the date that they set up was so funny because he just looked so uncomfortable, but he was just like, I gotta get this pie. I gotta get the coconut cream pie. And yeah, this is definitely going in the shiz section right here, right now. Next is the frozen yogurt from Briarwood Academy. Now, this is an episode where Carly has been offered a scholarship to a school, and it threatens the sort of, you know, relationship where Freddie and Sam are worried that if she was able to go, then that means that's the end of iCarly. And Carly has this little dream sequence of what would it be like to be at the academy, and she just dreams about how she's all like all techie and all clean and all cool and very advanced. And she's given this frozen yogurt that just looks so delicious. She puts nuts on it, and I don't understand why she would do that, but it just, like the swirling of everything, it just looked so good, and she just looked like she was enjoying that frozen yogurt. And though it looked appealing, I would say that I'm not the biggest frozen yogurt fan. In fact, I like ice cream in a sense, but I wouldn't eat it like that. So I'm gonna have to put this at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next is the Groovy Smoothie. Now this is a place where Sam and, I was gonna say Sam and Cat. If you don't know what Sam and Cat is, it's a spin-off to iCarly and Victorious, which starred Jeanette McCurdy and Ariana Grande. I don't know why I was saying that, but the Groovy Smoothie is a place where Sam, Freddie, Carly all hang out occasionally, and they have these smoothies, and it looks so good. And I just saw an interview prior to filming this that Nathan Kress, who plays Freddie Benson, on the show, how he was like, you know, there's no smoothies in it, it's just standard juice, and you know, in the acting way they had to kind of sip it and whatnot. And I just thought that was so hilarious, and that kind of ruined it, because that's, I mean, those smoothies that they were drinking, they look kind of good. I mean, like, you can't see it because it's like, you know, they have like a styrofoam cup, but the thing is, I'm not the biggest smoothie fan, and so I am gonna have to put this at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next are the giant salad bowls from the Cheesecake Warehouse. Now, the Cheesecake Warehouse is a parody off of the Cheesecake Factory, and they serve these giant bowls of large portions of salads, and I remember looking at that and just be like, they are not gonna finish that. I mean, like, it was overdone in my opinion, but I do like salad. I really do like salad, I won't lie about that. So I thought it looked pretty good, but again, even though I'm a salad fan, I feel like that is something that's just like, okay, still just a salad. There's nothing that I'm missing. I could just make a big salad downstairs. So I'm gonna have to put this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But the cheesecakes though, now that looked delicious, especially when this one character was eating it and it was chocolate, and I'm a big chocolate fan. I love chocolate. And so when I saw that, I was just like, yeah, I gotta get it. So yeah, this is gonna go in the shiz section. Next are fudge balls. Now, fudge balls are a fictional sort of it's Girl Scout cookies, if I may try and explain it, in the world of iCarly, where it's being sold by Sunshine Girls. And Spencer helps this little girl, who is the daughter of the woman that he's dating, try and sell the fudge balls. And he goes through this thing where he has beef with these other girls when they're setting up territory in front of this like grocery shop to sell them, and they just basically terrorize him. It's pretty funny, it's pretty hilarious. Am I a big chocolate fan? Yes. Will I eat something that's called fudge balls? No. I'm gonna put this at random dancing. Next are flajoodles. Now these are a type of snacks that come from Sweden, and Carly and the gang use this to try and divert this wild fan and try and send her off to be able to get them, and then she gets them, and she gets them in different types of flavors, and so that plan didn't work. Now, the name itself sounds a little bit too silly for me to eat, because it's just like, I don't know, like what's in it at least. At least fudge balls, you just get the name itself, like fudge balls. I'm gonna be putting this at Neville. Next is Chili My Bowl. Now, this restaurant is somewhere where Sam works, because she owes Carly and Freddie money, and Sam doesn't necessarily have like a job necessarily, so she tries to owe the money that she borrows from Freddie and Carly. So she works at this restaurant and she's completely miserable. I mean, I remember where she was told to go clean this bathroom, and it just looked so gross from what I can recall. But apparently something happened where she wasn't able to work anymore. Feeling bad, Sam and Carly tell a stranger to pay her the amount of money that she owes to pay back Freddie and Carly, and then Sam goes buck wild. She quicks, she dances around, and she even eats the chili. It looked pretty good and pretty interesting, but then I remember that Sam found a thumb in the chili, is what I can recall. So that kind of deducts a few points. But chili still does look good, so I'm gonna put it at random dancing. Next are fig noodles, which are this type of like pastry snack food. And Spencer and this little boy who hates Spencer tries to stop this man who's obsessed with it and try to figure out like who's eating this. I don't know, to be honest. Let me read up real quick. Okay, I'm back. So apparently this man is obsessed with fig noodles, and Spencer and the kid kind of like figure out like, okay, like why are you being so secretive? Because apparently the man was trying to hide them from his wife, who told him like not to eat them, and he hides and eats them in the car. It's a little weird. It's a little weird. But anyways, I don't feel as if I would be obsessed with something that has fig in it. I'm not a big fig fan, like, at all. I'm gonna be putting this at Neville level. Next we have Tebow from the Groovy Smoothie. Now, Tebow works at the Groovy Smoothie. I believe he owns it. I can't remember if he does or not. And he always has something where he's trying to have this gimmick where he has food on a stick. So he would just have like bell peppers on a stick, and from what I'm ranking, it's donuts on a stick. Tebow was ahead of his time. I mean, donuts on a stick, I love that so much. I love that. It's a little random, so that's why I'm gonna be putting it at random dancing. Next, we have a butter sculpture that Spencer has made, and let me tell you, it's the presentation, because Sam's sock full of butter, Spencer's sculpture. I'm gonna eat the sculpture one, okay? Yeah, I am. Still random though, so this is going at random dancing. And lastly, we got Sako's birthday cake. Now, Sako is a friend of Spencer, and he's occasionally mentioned, I'm not sure if he's actually seen in the show, but Spencer sculpts him this sock cake, and let me tell you, that looks so good. It looks so delicious. I'm gonna be putting this at Gibby. Which one would you guys eat? Comment down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.